Hi amazing people, karibu sana to another video. My name is Marian NDUNG'U. Happy New Year, you guys. I am so excited. I am so I can't explain it. I am so charged up for 2024. For me and some of the people that we've been talking to, it's the year of being intentional, because you know there are things we want to accomplish, and I thank God we started with 21 Mondays of motivation before the year ended, because it has caused me to just be so excited. And that is why even as I'm doing this video, I'm really excited, because you know what, it is not really anymore about just growing the subscribers. It is not anymore about increasing the views. It is me on a personal level increasing and becoming better for myself. You know, when you sit down like this and you're like, Marion, you've really come from far. You know, I know it is not Monday. I'm sure probably by the time we're posting this video will be on Wednesday, because Monday was a holiday. I didn't want to bring you to serious businesses of motivation, you know, because you're really busy having your festive season. Now, you guys, don't judge me, forget how I look. You know, it is about what we are doing, okay? I know that I am created in God's image, and that is important. We will do makeup in the next other video. So, if you are new here, I am forgetting the new people. Karibu sana to this platform. If you're new here, we are doing 21 Mondays of motivation, and it is to motivate ourselves every Monday, because we have a whole week to achieve things that we want to achieve for ourselves. If you are in a place where you're working, you're employed, and maybe you want to do something on the side as a small business, this is the platform for you. If you're a first-time mom and you are juggling between work and everything, and you know some of the things that you want to accomplish, but there is really no time, this is the place for you. If you are really struggling with lifetime crisis, you know, if you want to start farming, if you want to start something new, if you want to start modeling as a career, if you need to start anything, this is the platform for you. Why? Because we are motivating one another to accomplish each other's goals, you know. And the interesting part, I was telling my viewers that were here before you that this platform is very interesting. It is an online platform, but we are accountable to one another. So you write down your goals, make sure that you walk with us even as we continue with our journey of 21 Mondays of motivation, so that you can also be motivated even as you work towards achieving that particular goal. We are against procrastination. We are against failure, because we want to be successful. And you guys, success is failing and failing and failing, but refusing to admit that you have failed. Because every time you fail, you learn a new way how to do things. This introduction has been too long. Okay, let's get straight to this particular video. Okay? Today, I'm giving us an update of where I am on a personal level and what I've been able to do and what I've been able to achieve. And so you can also see from your end, what have you been able to do? What have you been able to achieve, as we also continue to learn on some of the things that we are going to improve on also as we get to 2024. The first and foremost thing that I had written down was to pay all my debts. Making the intentional decision to pay people, not because they are really giving me pressure to pay them back, but because I want to be done with the debts. Okay, so if you are in that place of debt like me, and you feel like these people, you know, sometimes I have I gave someone a loan at some point, and they really did not return. And I'm not the type that will go and ask them, because in my head I'm like, you know, I also owe people, so I don't expect them to come and ask me, especially now that I don't have money. So I was really I was reluctant to ask. But every time I was in need, every time there was need that arose, the first name that would come to mind, the first person I would think about was the person that I owed money, the person that owed me. So I really wanted them to pay me back. Okay, and when I was writing down some of the things I want to accomplish, I was like, there are people who every time they are in crisis, the first name that comes to their mind is Marion, because I owe them and I really need to pay them back. I didn't want people calling my name or mentioning me or thinking about me when they're in trouble, because I owe them. And that is why I even wrote this as something that I want to accomplish and achieve. That is one of the things that I haven't really worked on for that particular goal that I wanted to do. So it is one of those things that this particular month I want to make sure that I pay at least 2 people. And I will start with, okay, this is how I want to pay my debts, because I have some that are very minimal, like 500 shillings, and then they're going all the way to people that I owe in large amounts of money. So I wanted to start with those that I owe very little, because those ones are so easy to cross out. Like someone who I owe 500, that one I can get on a one-time thingy and just pay up. So I will start from the one that I owe very little, and I will go all the way to the ones that I'm owing a lot. And then with the ones that I owe a lot of money, I will pay in installments, some amount of money that will not be a burden for me, but at the same time it will be a way of offloading the debt. So that is how I am dealing with my debts. So also find a way that you will deal with yours, because whether we like it or not, we have to pay back this money, Cindy. Because when we were borrowing, we were so excited, and we were very persistent, and we were giving excuses and telling them why they need to help us and why they need to give us the money, and they were faithful and they were nice and they were courteous enough to help us. So it is also important for us to make sure that we pay back and be faithful. The other thing I said is that I will finish up on the films that we had shot. The intentions of the film were to be used for church and everything. So even the storyline sometimes is religious and everything. But of course, because there were challenges and the films cannot be used because of the quality and everything. And I decided, you know what, it is something that we worked on. It is not good quality 11 kazi ni noma, because it was our first time to do production on our own. You know, when you are working for someone else, they have already done this mathematics, and because of their experience, they know what they know how to hack these things. Okay, so for us, we were learning on the job, and a lot of things, of course, were going wrong, and the quality is not really good, as I said. If you have watched Listen from my channel, that was one of the things that we did, and there are others, of course, and I want to make sure that they really don't disappear like that. Okay, so we learned on the job, and as I'm saying, the quality isn't really good, but I don't want them to disappear like that. Okay, so we have to finish them. We have to try and check if there are things maybe we will need to omit, because of course the content was based on church. So if there are things I need to maybe kata, I will see what I can do, because I need to post those particular videos. I really like my beginnings, so I don't like throwing any experience away. It might not be good. When someone who will come and check it out, they will have very negative comments, but at the end of the day, I was telling the people around me, that is my beginning. That is where maybe I will learn how to do things. So I can't really say Ati, I'm done away with this thing. And I told people also, those that follow me or those that have been coming back to these videos, there was a time I really wanted to wipe out all the videos that I had, because I felt that maybe I had not given my 100%. Now I need to work on it, but because of thinking on that level, that is my beginning, you know, going forward, let me do 100, but because that was 100 at the time, I will leave it there. As much as I feel like I would have delivered better, I would have done 1, 2, 3 things better, you know, but I keep on learning. So I will leave them there, because that is you will get to see. You know, even me, when I'm looking back, I will get to see that as my startup, and I'm like, ooh, that one. I had my own share of challenges, but now I am learning and I'm becoming better, so I won't remove them. So I will finish up on those videos and we will post them. Now, talking about posting, someone was telling me I make myself a brand. I just put everything that I do on one platform. But when I did prayer, it felt so overwhelming, because it just came and overwhelmed the platform. And I was like, you know what? I know that I need to do prayer. And when I do prayer every day, when it comes to posting, like for example, Monday, if I have to post prayer in the wee hours of the morning at 12 a.m. and then I come and post another video at around 10, people will just ignore one. And the ones that are usually being ignored are the ones that I am doing of motivation. And because it is also a niche that I am really passionate about, I just had the revelation and the idea of opening another channel for prayer altogether. So also that is a commendable achievement for us. We have opened a prayer channel. I said I will leave the link on this particular video as well, so that if you love prayer and you want to grow in the area of prayer, you can follow, you can subscribe to that channel and like it, so that we can be praying together, okay? And the prayers are really ongoing. I so far, I thank God, we have 7 subscribers. Congratulations, all the 7 of you. Aki, on an honest feedback and comment, I really love the fact that we are growing and that we are at 7 people. So that is the feedback of where we are at. These particular videos that we are talking about now, because being a brand does not mean fixing everything in one platform. I am also opening a channel for it as well, and we shall see. I was thinking of using a channel that already exists, maybe like my husband's channel, because you know, the interesting part is all of us have YouTube channels because we comment on other people's videos. It's just that our channels are not activated. But because there's another channel, I don't feel the need of opening another one. So maybe we will transform his, and it will be the the ones that we will post the shoots, and that will be also amazing. And I can't wait also for that particular experience. So that is one of the things that we are doing. The other thing is to bring guests in this particular platform. You guys, let me tell you, it is difficult to organize your schedule and another person for them to merge, especially because you're bringing people who are busy, who are doing their own things, okay? For example, if you are watching me, you have your job, your 5 to 8, or no, 8 to 5, sorry, 8 to 5 job. And after 8, you have the things that you're doing. And you're doing maybe work from Monday to Saturday, or some of you to Friday. Then Saturday, you are very busy doing your cleaning and everything. And Sundays, you give it to family, maybe your immediate family. And so to find people who are available has been a challenge. You know, there was a time when we were younger, it was so easy. But now, because people have children, people have marriages, people are so busy with their jobs, it is hard to get guests to come to this particular place. But we are really in negotiations. There are people I have talked to, they are okay with coming, but then the reluctancy is on my side, because I wanted to change my set so that when they come to a different set altogether. And because I want to also move in the process so that we could create a different setup, that the hold up is on my end. So the guests, at least I have talked to a few who are very willing to come and share their stories, and also for us to have a conversation. But we are holding on kidogo, waiting because of me, and just making sure that the set is different, because I want to change the setup come 2024. I began with this particular setup for now because, you know what, I need to post. I can't say I won't post until I change the setup, but because it is a me thing, it's okay when it's a one person. But of course, because of people and then having the right equipments for them, that will take a bit longer. And yeah, I can't wait, but I am excited, okay? That is amazing. We have talked about prayer, but what I talked about on my goals was to be consistent and committed in the daily prayers, and make sure that at least every day I post 30 minutes. And wow, it's interesting because it is no longer 30 minutes. We are now pushing to almost an hour. And this is the interesting thing I have come to just see. When I started out, I was so scared, I was so skeptical. I was like, now who am I praying with? What are we praying about? I called the prayer the channel Prayer and Intercession. So the intercession part was becoming very challenging, because I'm like, now what are we interceding about? But when I started praying and we just started the journey, I started with 17 minutes, I went with 18, 15, because that is basically the rate that a lot of videos we are usually told. Past 15 minutes, people just lose interest. But when we continue to pray, sometimes I'm just lacking the need to to just sum up. I'm like, no, I need to push this thing. Then I started pushing to a 20 something, and then I pushed more to 30s, and then 40 minutes, and then we pushed more to 55 minutes, and now we are at 2 hours 40 minutes. And I think we will continue even as we advance, and maybe we will have more minutes. But yeah, so we are growing. I the consistent part, or at least the time part, we are keeping, because we have even gone far and beyond. The time we have maintained, we are doing at 12 a.m. every day, so that is amazing. And yeah, so it's consistency and commitment for that. And I know that we are really going to have an awesome time. So if you have, as I will continue to say, if you want to grow in the area of prayer, join us. The link to follow so that you can subscribe is here. Okay, I will leave it somewhere down the description box, so that you have no excuse to say that I don't have a walk with God, I don't know where to begin. Walk with us, you know, and as the Spirit leads us, we will advance and we will make it better. So the other thing I had talked about is getting to 500k subscribers more though. I didn't know this was gonna be this hard. And then I even did my calculations. Like, if I am to get to 500k subscribers and I have 4 months, because we are doing 21 Mondays for a period of 4 months, how many subscribers do I need to get in a month? I found out that I needed 1,250 subscribers a month. Then I broke it down, because a month has 4 weeks. So how many subscribers do I need in a week? I saw is like 312.5, so I rounded it off to 313. And then I went to a week has 7 days. So in a day, how much subscribers do I need? I saw that I needed 45 per day, because you know there are 44 points and all those points. And so I rounded it off to 45. So far, you guys, we have grown, yes, but this 45 per day, I think that is the number. I've not even gotten to the 45. I had 380 something when I was beginning the journey of 21 Mondays of Motivation, and now we are at 500. So basically, let's say I have like 20, 25, 22 there about subscribers increment, and that is not even half the number that I need to get in a day. So of course that has been really challenging, but what I am loving with the journey is that it is slow and sure. If maybe it was this fast, maybe the way I wanted it, I wouldn't have valued the growth. So right now I am really intentional, because I'm like, you know what, even if I get 2 people, I'm good. At the end of the day, let's see, maybe by the time we are done with the 21 Mondays of Motivation, let's see where we'll have gotten, and then from there we can figure it out. Because of course I can have this this goal just postponed. I told us we are writing them down, but it is not written on stone that now because you have written 5k in the 21 Mondays, if you don't achieve it, you have failed. No, because you see, the more I'm continuing to work on just getting these subscribers, I'm learning what are my people loving, what are these things are doing. When I look at my analytics, I don't have enough statistics for me to get the right information I need so that I can know how to grow my channel. But of course, with the posting and just having a few of you tune in, I'm really working on getting my analytics and my nini, so that it is easier for me to know really what to do in that niche, so that I make sure that I get the people that I need. Otherwise, that is where we are at, and I know that we are growing by the grace of God. The other thing I have learned in this particular, this is an AOB, okay? The thing that I have learned when it comes to motivation and just making sure that you achieve your things is that a lot of us do not have what it takes to start, because we are looking at, you see, when I am writing down my goals, like the way I wrote 500k subscribers, I just wrote, but it requires work, it requires effort, it requires something that needs to be done for me to get these 45 subscribers per day. And some of you, maybe whatever it is that you're writing down requires money, and when you're writing those goals, because you know it is something that is coming from the head, you know, dreamers, we dream big, but when it comes to actualizing, if you are like someone in my comment section that said he wants to begin farming, You know, I said start small, but what is small when you don't have even that money to start? Maybe for them they don't have the land, or maybe they have the land but it requires money, and maybe you have to wait for seasons. It doesn't mean that you're late. So what I wrote for myself is, in the meantime, are you learning about the craft that you want to do? Because maybe you don't have money, but can you take that time to learn, do research, confirm, advance yourself, so that when the money comes, so that when all the other things that you need come, you know, it is just now you hit the ground running. For me, with YouTube, it is so easy because it is taking your camera, recording, editing, okay? But at the same time, I need to also be doing research. I need to develop, you know, I need to look at other YouTubers. What are they doing to get all this flow? You know, I need to focus on the search engine optimization and all these other things. And I am learning in the process of my doing and my achieving my goals. So if you are in that place of you can learn while you do it, then learn while you do it. But if it requires money that has to be invested, I was listening to someone who was saying start small. If you have to invest money in that particular business, don't go all the way in, because sometimes when you, if you are confident, you can go all in, where you just drop all the money and you go, you know, and you start now working the job from there. But if you're the safe type, where you're like, okay, I want to do this, but I don't also want to waste my money. I don't want to throw all my money in this thing, because you know what, it might actually not work. Yeah, so you can invest kidogo money as you continue to look at how the business will peak, depending also on the area that you're doing the business, you know, as you see. And then also you get the preferences of the customers that you will get, because they also help you in terms of just making the business. Because when you're writing down the ideas, there's what you want to do, but again, according to the market, there's what the people want. So the market sometimes dictates the things that you do. So when you start the business, then again the market helps you. So if you're in that place, start, invest kidogo money, then let the market dictate to you what is according to what you have written down, what they want, so that you can bring what they want, instead of going all out, spending all your money, maybe hundreds of thousands of money to bring something, maybe like a shipment or something, and begin a business, and maybe what you're bringing is not what people want. So it will come and become dead stock, and it will be losses for you, because maybe you have to sell those things at a discounted price. And it's even worse if maybe whatever you're buying is perishable, and of course it gets rotten or something before you get your profits back. So of course, invest kidogo money. Okay, that is what I have learned. So in the meantime, start there, start where you are at. For people who love procrastination like myself, where you are giving yourself countless excuses, yeah, you're like, you know what, now because there is this and this issues, I will use the example of the films that we shot. Now because that videos look really bad, and the way the standard of the market is so high, let's just leave it and just let it go. But you see, even these people who are in the industry, who are doing whatever they are doing, who are doing very well, they learned from mistakes. But me, what I encourage is that we continue doing, and don't give up on your dreams, don't give up on yourself, because you have what it takes to do it. If you have thought it, you can accomplish it. All you need to do is give yourself time, okay? And give yourself permission to fail. Give yourself permission to learn. You are not in competition with anyone. You are competing with yourself. You are competing with your own mindset. You are competing with yourself. Until you believe in yourself, people won't believe in you. So do you, be you, enjoy you, love you. Because what is the point? What is the point of being successful if you're not happy with that life? What is the point of achieving greatness if you're not happy with yourself as a person, if you're not comfortable with who you are? What is the point, honestly? Yeah, so 21 Mondays is about growing ourselves, equipping ourselves, bettering ourselves, you know, using intrinsic kind of motivation, where the motivation comes from the inside of us, not the outside. The success is good, the growth is good, the increment is good. Oh my goodness, let it be that we even get finances and money from whatever it is that we are planning to achieve. But peradventure that does not happen, we are happy, we are doing it, we are enjoying it, because you know what, I thought of it and I started it, and that is the greatest achievement even as we continue. So I am done with my update. Where have you gotten? How far have you done with your goals? What have you not done? What have you started, and what have you really completed? Because for me so far nothing has been completed. All of them nimegusia too, but I haven't really done them. And then the ones that I thought I would have already completed, but though they are still pending, I have just touched the surface. But this particular month is just, I want to be very intentional. And I know that God will give me the grace to do the same. The challenges are there, I won't lie, and that is what we will talk about in the next episode. But I don't want to exhaust everything, because of course we have used a lot of time. But I think that honestly, that it is we are at a good place. We are at a good place. So write to us and tell us what it is that you have already started. What have you already accomplished? What have you decided to do, and you've already started the journey when we started the 21 Mondays of Motivation. And I know that it's gonna be an amazing journey, you guys. It's amazing. So I appreciate you. I thank God for you, and I'm happy that we are here and we are doing this. God bless you, and see you on the next vlog. Bye bye.